rather renounce my subjects and my state, rather quit the country of my father's staff in hand, he continued, than receive any other doctrine than that which is contained in this confession. Close quote. Tells many useless follies, but thou hast placed thy word before me like a torch, and that has touched my heart, that I may know in abomination to have a fulfillment. Under far different circumstances, however, and cause and glittering array. Quote, the host was carried, called upon every royal subject to aid in the extirpation of the pestilent heresy
Hey, good evening. A little bit of an update on the project on Hewn Hill. When we started the project, I guess almost 3 years ago now, we were single. I'd been divorced about 10 years, and it was a project that I really wanted to see as a midlife project and have it done quickly, completed quickly and completedly. But life doesn't work that way. Neither your life nor my life always works according to plan. One, a lot of good things. I was able to reunite my family again after about a 10-year period of being divorced. But also it means that even though this project, I still believe, and I believe now more than ever in its importance, it gets jumbled around in life, because if you have maintaining another household for where your family lives, plus trying to do this project and everything, the whole idea behind the chainsaw cabin, Hewn Hill, and everything is the fact that unless we get our monthly recurring costs of living so far under what we need, then we can never make any progress. And in all honesty, the last 3 years since the start of this project, financially, life has gotten, in many ways, with family stuff, so much better, but financially, it's been much more challenging. And starting around the 1st of April, I kind of had a realization that I'll be 62 this year, that unless I get this project done, my retirement years and everything else are really in question, of being able to have a relaxing retirement, a fulfilling work area and everything, and driving a project like this forward. And it kind of drove home that this project is more important now to me than it was even 3 years ago. And so since the 1st of April, it's been a renewed focus on getting this property functional, get it done. The broad strokes. One, the chainsaw cabin, which I'm standing beside right now. The idea is I did this with a hand chainsaw in my backyard, all the boards for it. The idea is from Henry David Thoreau's cabin, where he built a 150 square foot cabin in the 1850s for $26. If you round that out up to today's money, it's just under $1,000. So the idea is, can we build a livable, functional home for under $1,000? That sounds laughable, but we can know the time has elapsed, but the actual project costs for the chainsaw cabin and stuff have not. A little bit on the project. This parcel, which is zoned industrial, this is a commercial parcel where you can, by zoning right, do a night watchman's cabin, etc. So the chainsaw cabin will technically be the night watchman's cabin for what could potentially be a business. You've seen us that we've now started selling outhouses and things like that because we believe in products that will allow people that want to do projects like this work. But I think that wanted to do a little bit of an update is, as the time goes on, you realize that what life does to all of us is sometimes it's the stuff that's really important doesn't get done. We end up stuck doing what's urgent, what has to be done, the day-to-day grind. And I think as we look at this now, it depends on various surveys, sometimes between 60 and 70% of the American population technically lives paycheck to paycheck. And a project like this, if you can get your monthly outgo in something that you did yourself, that you built yourself, and build a livable structure to where your total outgo of costs is only a few hundred a month, it's more important than ever. And a little bit on the project and things else we've done. One, the cabin is basically, it's a wood-walled tent right now. It still has a tarp for a roof, rafters are up, etc. We've got to get all that stuff done. But it's like a wood-walled tent right now. But the rest of the project, this parcel has pretty good flowing seasonal springs. In fact, the seasonal spring that's behind the cabin right now is probably flowing 10, 15 gallons a minute right now. There's a couple other ones. We've developed some water catchment areas, and we also have the water storage. We have an ultraviolet filter so we have all these things that are done but not done. So the water system, we have basically it's all of the raw pieces there. It hasn't been hooked up. It's not done. We have a solar system that is so the panels and everything else that's all parked around, picked up, but not done. So hopefully what we can show the next few weeks is just get stuff functional. It's spring. There's still a little bit of snow on the ground here right now. We're probably a little over 4,000 feet up in the Sierra Nevadas. So this last couple of weeks is pretty challenging weather. But we know spring is on the way. A little bit of an update, and hopefully we thank you, those that have subscribed. Thank the thousands of you that have watched some of our videos. What is preceded this, what you see, was a collection of videos in the last couple of weeks to where starting to do construction on the first customers, paying customers, privy composting outhouse, which we believe is a great product. Some other things like that, and working around here. And the idea is to get back to start making progress every day. I've spent, since the 1st of April, I've spent most of my time physically here working on the project, either working on outhouse stuff, because we actually want to set up a production line, because I believe that's something that it just works really well. And it is, if you're starting a project like this, you don't have $20,000 to put into septic system and everything else, but you want to get the parcel functional in an efficient, sanitary, easy way. A composting out, it's works pretty well. You know, it's like, I would say, after having used the prototype, then actually doing the filing the provisional patent, and then the actual starting to work on customer ones, it is, I would say, 90% of the way there from what you would find is convenience and efficiency of a normal septic system. And it is semi-portable. You can move them, you can start the project and move them to another project, work for construction, events, etc. But basically I wanted to do a project update. Thank you to all of those for your interest. Thank you for those who've purchased our products. And also, what I want to reinforce is, you know, life happens in this last couple years on this project, even though this project is more important to me now than ever before. Life has gotten in the way, and I think after the 1st of April, it realized, like, what are you doing? You know, you're at an age to where something like this project needs to get done. It needs to get finished. You need to be able to move family and etc. All the rest of the stuff here, because maintaining multiple households is killing me. I mean, as far as financially, you know, we think one is bad. Trying to keep all these different projects afloat has just been really hard. But realize that this one is more important than ever before. Thank you, and I think hopefully we can show that anybody, anywhere with no skills, my background is in tech, I run a local news outlet, I still do, that where a lot of the stuff you see on YouTube, just some of the wonderful content providers, in some ways their stuff is a little fantasy. You know, it's in Canada or everything else. This is not. This is in California, up in the mountains, yes. But this is a type of project that we believe anybody can do. Have a good night.